Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're regular here, you know I review many photographic, audio and video related products. And if you're new here, that's exactly what I do. In this video, we're taking a brief look at the Canon RF 50mm f1.8, the nifty 50. And it's a great value for money. It really is fantastic value for money. It's very lightweight and it's great. I've got it fitted to my Canon R10. Now the R10 is an APS-C body, but this particular lens is a full frame lens. So it is actually designed for the Canon full frame bodies, but works equally at home on the APS-C bodies. And there's two of them at the moment. There's the R7 and the R10. Well, I've got it on the R10. I thought you guys and girls might want to see what the image quality is like. I'm outdoors with this particular lens and camera at the moment. I have got my variable ND filter fitted to it because I wanted to shoot at f1.8. Give me a little bit of bokeh at the background. I don't know how good it's doing that. The nice thing with the R10, as with most cameras these days, it has got the 3-inch articulating screen, so I can see what the image looks like. What we'll do in just a moment though, is go back indoors so I can show you the lens. Obviously I can't on this clip because I'm filming with it, but I'll show you the lens and I'll show you a few sample images I've taken with this lens on my R10. Now because I'm using it on the APS-C body, you have to take into account the crop factor. It's a full frame lens, so 50mm would be somewhere around 75 to 80mm. So that's what you're looking at, is around about an 80mm compression. And that's great for interviews. And that's why I'm doing this, so you can see how good it would be for interviews. So if you do want to use this for doing presentations of camera, interviews, and that kind of thing, this is the ideal lens. It hasn't got image stabilization, so it's not ideal for handheld on the R10 because the R10 hasn't got in-body image stabilization. You would need something like the Canon R7 or some of its full-frame cameras if you want to do, you know, moving shots, or if preferably use it on a gimbal. I'm using it on a tripod, so it doesn't make any odds to me the fact that neither the lens or the camera body has got image stabilization. But the nifty 50, fantastic value for money for doing this kind of thing. And I think you'll agree, it's lovely. It's a really nice image, and the R10 produces some really nice images. I'll leave a link up here somewhere to my recent video I've done on the Canon R10. I've done 2 videos on the R10 so far. I'll leave a link up there. Also, you'll be able to see what the images are like using this combination in the studio, because that's what I have been doing under artificial lighting. That's why I've come out really outdoors, just so you can see what it's like under natural lighting. There's no additional lighting. I haven't got any lights lighting me up. I'm just completely relying on the daylight. But as I say, I have fitted the ND filter on the camera body. So there we go, that's how it looks. What we'll do now, we'll go indoors so we can have a quick look at some of the images I've taken with the Canon R10 and the RF mount 50mm lens. So that clip that you just saw was filmed outdoors, obviously, on the R10 with the 50mm lens. And this is the 50mm lens fitted to my Canon R10. I've got the ND filter, the variable ND filter fitted to that. So I'll take that off now. Obviously, you don't need it now. And that is basically the size of the RF 50mm f1.8 lens. And it's a lovely lens. It isn't weather sealed, but it's well made. It's made of plastic, but it's, you know, the construction of it is excellent. It's a really nice lens. It has got a function button on the side, so you can set that to either focus or control. For this the control dial on the front of the lens, which is this here, which is really good. Most Canon RF lenses have one of these, so you can set that either for manual focus or pre-assign it for one of many functions. I've got it set for exposure compensation, but you could set it to do ISO, you could set it for many other things, white balance adjustment, and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's really useful. But yeah, so that's the size of the Canon RF 50mm lens. As I said earlier, It is designed for the Canon RF mount, and it is a full frame lens, but works equally at home on my Canon R10 as long as you use it, take into account the crop factor. I think with Canon it's 1.6 times, isn't it? So it's going to be around 80mm that particular lens, but you saw from the earlier clip, you know, what it looks like, and it looks great. Now, as far as images are concerned, I haven't got many here because I use it predominantly for video, but I have taken some photographs with it, and there will be more photographs of this combination uploaded to my Flickr page, so do keep an eye on that if this lens does interest you, because there will be more uploaded as I get a chance to take more photographs. You have a quick look here. The dynamic range is lovely. It handles chromatic aberration perfectly, no problem at all, and you know, sharpness is really, really good. It's a cheap lens, but it doesn't perform like a cheap lens. You know, the bokeh is lovely. It's just really nice. Colours are good. Definition, you know, it's just an all-round nice lens. And when you're taking photographs of people, or even video of people, it's a great portrait lens, because as I say, it's around the 75-80mm, which is a great portrait lens, so the compression is lovely. It doesn't, you know, noses don't look big and out of place, so on and so forth. It's just a nice lens. Obviously, if you need to get more people into the shot, you either have to step much further back, or you'd be best off using a wide-angle lens. But this in your kit bag, along with, say, a wide-angle prime and a short telephoto prime, you're laughing, you know. I think, you know, it's a great combination, and I like it, the fact that it isn't very heavy. You know, it's really, really nice and light and compact to carry around. But as I said earlier, do bear in mind there's no IS, there's no image stabilization in the lens, and there is none in this body. So just bear that in mind when you are taking, particularly when you're taking photographs, because there is digital image stabilization for video if you're doing handheld, but there isn't for video. There isn't for stills with this particular lens. So there we go, 43mm filter thread. I've got a small ND, variable ND filter, which is 52mm, and I've just got a step down ring to be able to fit that to my, you know, to this lens. So there we go. Yeah, great combination if you want to get into the Canon RF ecosystem, or maybe you already are into the Canon ecosystem. It's fantastic value for money. So there we go. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you found this review useful. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Really, really does help me grow the channel, and I really, really appreciate every single one of you that has subscribed so far. It's great. So thanks very much. Stay tuned for more. Cheers for now. Bye.